She who has not climbed the Great Wall is not a heroine. Hey everybody, this is Getty from 1mm. I'm at the Juyong Pass Great Wall in Beijing, which is the portion of the Great Wall closest to the city, just 2 hours away from the Forbidden City by horse. There are 4 parking lots at Juyong Pass Great Wall. They all offer free parking, and they are in front of the entrance to the park, so you don't need to bring a tour bus. They only had to scan my phone. We can see the 4 parking lots clearly on this map. Let me tell you about them. If you take the G6 Beijing-Lhasa Expressway, there's the number 1 parking lot before you even leave the exit. If you get off the expressway and take the bypass, you will probably arrive at the 2nd parking lot first. They are repairing the Barbican at the moment, right here, so the number 2 parking lot is closed. You can use GPS to get to the Juyong Diecui Stele near the number 4 parking lot here. If we climb the Great Wall, we can park in the number 3 parking lot between these gate towers. The entirety of the Juyong Pass Great Wall follows the hills and valleys of the mountains that surround the large city. There are 2 gate towers in the south and north. Each one has a Barbican. This is the Barbican at the North Gate Tower. This is the Barbican at the South Gate Tower. There's a narrow area between the 2 gate towers with some houses and lanes. In the middle is Cloud Terrace. There's a sluice tower here with water and a Cuiping Lake. Okay, let's start climbing. It's during the pandemic and it's a working day, so we have the whole place to ourselves. In the great outdoors, we can take in the fresh air. As soon as you go through this North Gate Tower, you can see Zhenwu Temple, built in the first year of the Hongxi Emperor's reign during Ming Dynasty, which was 1425. It was repaired in 1996. It might be closed because of the pandemic. The stele of Xuantian Shangdi, propitiously erected on the 12th month of the Yi Si year of the Hongxi Emperor's reign, 1425 AD. So this is the oldest stele. It was erected when the temple was built. The stele might be from when they repaired Zhenwu Temple. There is a Bixi without a head. This was the main tunnel through the pass. This was how you used to enter or leave Beijing. Mightiest pass in the realm. This tunnel takes us through Juyong Pass into the wide expanse of the North China Plain. This is a large walnut tree. There are lots of walnuts growing on it. I remember one year this tree had so many red ropes tied to it, but now there aren't any. Look, the 2 gate towers in the north and the south both have this placard. Mightiest pass in the realm. There are 4 in total. Maybe it's so you can always get a good photo. The North Gate Tower's 2 bathrooms are just outside the ticket area, but there aren't any past the ticket area. The other bathrooms are very far. Since we were the only ones here today, we went out for the restroom and then came back in. Let's climb the Great Wall. The bricks are different on each side here. These ones are smaller and narrower. These ones are large. I'm guessing this used to be a Barbican or a horse path. There are lots of plants. We can see Zhenwu Temple from up here. The area where Juyong Pass is, from the Spring and Autumn and Warring States period, was a traffic route for northern nomads and farmers. And that's how it is now too. Below here is the famous Badaling Expressway. It's called the Beijing-Lhasa Expressway now. This road down here used to be the Guangou Aqueduct. 10 meters above the aqueduct was the Beijing-Zhangjiakou Railway. Nowadays, the S2 sightseeing train follows that route. Underground, beneath this Asian path, runs the world's flashiest high-speed rail, the Beijing-Zhangjiakou Intercity Railway, which runs 350 kilometers per hour. It opened in December 2019. This is Chairman Mao's famous maxim, "She who has not climbed the Great Wall is not a heroine." These cannons have rear and front sights. They have a range of more than 500 meters. There's a cannon called the Shenwei Grand General. Is it this one? The muzzle of this Shenwei Grand General is facing that valley. That is why they say Juyong Pass is an impregnable fortification that can hold off an army. From what I know, ever since the great Ming general Xu Da built this pass, no army ever breached it. When Li Zicheng entered Beijing, he used united front methods to get through Juyong Pass into Beijing. Juyong Pass is written about in historical documents, when it was known as the Jundu Pass of the 8 passes of the Taihang Mountains. As for the name Juyong Pass, some say when Qin Shihuang was building the Great Wall, he had the workers and soldiers reside here, and thus the name Juyong in Chinese reflects that. It seems to make sense, but back during the Warring States period, in Mr. Lu's Spring and Autumn Annals, there is mention of 9 fortresses in the mountains, with one named Juyong. So the name Juyong was in use before Qin Shihuang's time. These steps are really challenging. We have to go in a big circle in order to get to the south gate where Cloud Terrace is. The Diecui Stele should be near here. This step is really high. It's so high. The view is great. Look, that's the S2 train. Juyong Pass Restoration Project 1993. We can't get into the fortress. If it was raining, we'd only be safe here. This stinks. It smells like feces and urine here. I'm guessing it's people that didn't go to the bathroom before entering the park. I need to rest. That was really steep. This is the old Beijing-Zhangjiakou railway line. Under that is the Guangou Aqueduct. That's the Badaling Expressway, which is now called the Beijing-Lhasa Expressway. That road up there is the bypass. The bypass and the expressway pass under Juyong Pass. Dongshan Watchtowers. See? It's right there. Wow, we reached a true hero slope. Those are everywhere. The Badaling section of the Great Wall has one too. Wherever there is a pile of rocks, there is a true hero slope. We reached a true hero slope. Hungry? We had some ice cream from Dongshan Watchtower, 5 yuan each. Now we are going to go south toward the southern tower. It looked so majestic from down there, but from up here it looks rather frail. It's not often you see restrooms on Great Wall. There aren't any on other portions of the Great Wall. Do you think they are regular toilets or pit latrines inside? How airy! You can see the toilet across from you. They were pit latrines. I can see the Juyong stele. It's that white thing there. The number 1 parking lot is above the embankment there. It's so cool. There's a cool draft here. You can ride horses here. Going downhill is easier. It looks nicer in the spring with the train going through a field of flowers. We can go down here, it's so narrow. It's really steep. It's a little better here. We can go inside the number 6 fortress. Let's go up and see. This is Badaling Expressway under here. The entrance to the tower is on the left. We can go up there. It's so wide open. This is the number 6 tower. We can get to the southern pass through here.
Hello.
We finally made it. If you park at the number 2 parking lot, you will come up from here and go directly to the southern pass. It's so cute. Look at those windows. This is the entrance to the number 4 parking lot. These green hills are one of Beijing's 8 scenic areas that the Qianlong Emperor decreed. The stele that he inscribed is at the National Library. This stele was inscribed by Pu Jie, Juyong Pass. This was announced in 1961 as the first major historical and cultural site protected at the national level, Juyong Pass and Cloud Terrace. Many people come to Juyong Pass just to climb the Great Wall, and they don't check out Cloud Terrace because they don't know what it is. Actually, Cloud Terrace is an exquisite piece of stone architecture from the Yuan dynasty. Let's check it out. In Beijing, Yuan period architecture is exceedingly rare. We can go down here. Cloud Terrace is right in front of me. Wow, it's magnificent. Subscribe to 1mm for more insightful travel videos.
大家好，我是1毫米足迹的长城。再来看人家在长城前面跳那个蒙古舞，就特别张扬的那个。从紫禁城骑马2个小时就到喽，太傻了。